The cabinet will take the decision, and we will give instructions that the necessary legal work is done to declare the 19th of October a national holiday. And the intent is to make that national holiday a permanent holiday.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has confirmed plans to make October 19 an annual bank holiday beginning this year as it kicks off celebrations for Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Prime Minister, during Tuesday's press conference, notes that as Grenada prepares to celebrate its 50th anniversary, it is important to reflect on the tragic events of October 19, 1983 and ensure that lessons were learned and not repeated.
Our perspective of marking the 19th of October as a public holiday is, in fact, for us to recognize this somber nature, the tragic nature of what happened, and for us to reflect upon it and to understand why it happened, and to ensure that we learn the lessons to make sure that it does not happen.
The question was raised regarding whether or not compensation would be given to the victims of October 19, 1983, as well as June 19, 1980. Prime Minister Mitchell responded.
At this stage, the answer would be no, as in there has been no deliberate thought on the specific issue of compensation. But I would certainly say, as part of the discussion about all of those issues, I think those are some of the issues that as a country we certainly will have to grapple with and discuss. But at this point in time, there is no specific government initiative to do so.
Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs, Senator Claudette Joseph, said compensation has been offered in the past.
In 1985, between 85 and 87 thereabouts, there was in fact set up by the government a claims commission which gave compensation to people affected by the events of October 19th to the 25th. So there was some substantial compensation already offered by the state and paid. I know that some people fell through the cracks, perhaps because it was set up so soon after those traumatic events. So some people didn't come forward. So that's an issue that came up since the period when the Truth and Reconciliation Commission was doing its work.
Cultural Minister Ron Redhead first disclosed government's plans to declare the date a holiday at the flag-raising and wreath-laying ceremony on Fort George last October. On October 19, 1983, Prime Minister Maurice Bishop, along with some of his cabinet ministers and an unknown number of people, died during what was termed a palace coup staged by then Deputy Prime Minister Bernard Coad. Coad was among 17 people convicted for the killings. They were released from prison after serving time following a re-sentencing in 2007 ordered by the London-based Privy Council, the island's highest court of appeal. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.